damn, this team is stacked.
Mm-hmm.
You're there. Kyrie's there. Jaylen Brown's second season. You guys just drafted Jason Tatum. Al Horford's there. Like a loaded roster. And you playing Cleveland in Cleveland, and then the injury happened.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into the injury part of it, just talk about like what was that expectation like? Like you said it yourself. You felt you could have won there, and you guys had something going there. But what was those internal conversations like leading up to the start of that 2017 season?
Yeah, I mean, that part was all brand new to me. I'd never been on a team that was expected to compete for a title and or win a title. But I think that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go there. Because I knew that that if I went there, we would have something special. And, our training camp I felt like we were trying to get adjusted to each other. I wouldn't say we were firing on all cylinders because there's a lot of new pieces that we brought. And not only myself, but Kyrie was brand new as well. And, JT and JB, everyone's trying to fit together. But I think you could see it, the flashes that in training camp, you could just see that we were special. And so leading up to that, yeah, I mean, it was something that I hadn't been a part of.
Despite all that talent, it just seemed like you guys couldn't get together, whether there was chemistry issues. I know there was a ton of media surrounding the whole Kyrie situation. In your mind, why weren't you guys as successful as what you could have been?
In my eyes, it was just we all had, it's too many agendas, and the agenda to win the whole thing was not the main one. And not to blame anyone either, because I think it was all human nature. I mean, I'm coming back from where the last season that I played, I was an all-star. So I'm trying to prove that I'm still an all-star. Kyrie was hurt the year before, too, didn't miss the playoffs. So he's trying to prove like this is still his team. And then you've got JT and Jaylen and Terry, who are coming off where they're all starting, make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, I think, the year before. Like they're all trying to prove like we've arrived and we've made it, and I'm an all-star. And then you had Marcus Smart trying to prove he should be starting and leading the team, and we also had Marcus Morris, who's really good. Like
y'all were loaded.
We had probably 8 players that could go that had career highs of like over 40, who were all like arguably in their prime. Like it's not like we were old and everyone used to, like everyone was
whoa.
still like
that's not a
no.
Just making sure. Sorry.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not messing with you, bro.
I mean, and even at this time, like Al Horford,
yeah,
young.
He's still, yeah, exactly. So we had so many players, and we just could. And the other, in my opinion, the other problem is there was too many of us in the exact same position. We all needed the ball. We all rocked with the ball. Like Kyrie isn't necessarily a spot up shooter. Like I'm not really a spot up shooter. JT's not so none of it. Like we all like to have the ball and do our thing. And there's only one basketball. It's hard to make that work. And so I think that was our biggest issue, was we were just trying to all prove stuff individually and never really came together as a team. And even so, we still made it to the second round, and that was with all the difficulties that we had.
Were y'all having those hard conversations of like, hey, we get it, it's one basketball, like we got to figure out.
We had like 8 of them.
Okay.
At least.
Did you guys walk away from it like with a level of comfort knowing that like, all right, we're on the same page here?
It got worse every time.
I mean, it was like one of those things where it's like we've had 5 players only meetings, and things were said that were the right things, but I think it, like I said, it's just in one ear, right out the other. Like, okay, that sounds nice, and we do need people to sacrifice, and we need it, but that person shouldn't be me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It should be him to sacrifice, and I'll be the one that's leading the team. Yeah. But everyone's thinking that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could give you stories for days on that, but
tell them that's what we're here for.
That's not. I can't. I'm not allowed to do that. So
No, we don't want to open any votes that shouldn't be open.
Yeah.
But I just only asked that because it's a similar situation to what we had to go through here to start the year out. Adding James to this group and the conversations we had to have about sacrificing and what that looked like, and I think it's different from where we're at to where you guys were at. We're an older group. Everyone's been paid. Everyone's, you know, it's not like we're individually still trying to crack this code of who we are in the league. We all kind of know who we are. And at this point, only one of us has won, and that's Kawhi. So it's like whatever it is to do that we need to do individually to win. Like I'll make that sacrifice. So yeah, that was the only reason we asked.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's that you hit that part huge. I mean, it's like you guys are clearly, and I mean, Emerson was saying yesterday he saw you, he was watching the game and was just seeing the conversations that you guys were having during timeouts amongst each other. Like clearly, they're trying to win. Mm-hmm. They could see that they're trying to figure it out and trying to put together a big time run here, which I mean, after playing you guys, it should be definitely be possible.
Yeah,
like, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for somebody to beat you guys 4 times.
Four times in a series. Yeah, that's how we're looking at it. Like, you know, we might have a game where we're not connected, like something's not working, but like it's tough to do that 4 times.
Look, the NFL season is getting closer to playoff time, and Prize Picks has got you covered when it comes to helping you make some money.
Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app where you can select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and turn $25 into $250, baby. Prize Picks is really simple to play now. I can make my picks and submit my entry in less than 60 seconds.
So be sure to visit prizepicks.com/podcastp and use our promo code podcastp for a first deposit match up to $100. And Jackie, what do we always say?
Cha-ching!